You are with me, Raju, editor-in-chief at transformationchampions.com. And I am doing a series of interviews with corporate and wellness leaders to understand the efforts they put in to engage with their customers and workforce in ways that keep them motivated, enthusiastic, and forever willing to pursue a healthy lifestyle. Today, I'm with Priyanka Kohli. She is a yoga instructor, dancer, and dietitian. She has done her yoga certification from International Yoga Therapy Alliance and diploma in diet and nutrition from ELCC. She is here with us to share her expertise on the importance of yoga, diet, and wellness. Now, let us hear from Priyanka. Good afternoon, Priyanka. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm good. Thank you for having me here.
It's our pleasure as well, Priyanka. Let us start with the conversation, right? So,
Okay.
you achieved so much, right? You're teaching yoga, you're a dancer, you're a dietitian, all this thing at a very early stage. So, could you share your journey with us, like how things started, what motivated you, or any particular turning point? Because you are taking an example for the upcoming generation, right? So, if
Oh,
you can guide and inspire them, it would be very great, Priyanka.
okay. So, uh, s- during my college years, I was into dancing. I was a very good, passionate dancer. So, I used to dance a lot. I used to go to many competitions for dance. So, I used to do yoga for, building strength and physical benefits. So, later, when my college ended, I realized yoga has so much benefits more than like physical. There are more mental benefits and emotional benefits as people think healthy body is just about our organs are working fine. No, but healthy body is also about how we are dealing with things mentally, how is our emotional health. So I found yoga is very beneficial and it's very underrated, especially in India. In India, yoga got its due respect after it got famous internationally. So yeah, people don't generally focus on the spiritual benefits of yoga. So I thought it's something that I should share with other people also, what I have experienced, what it has, how it has transformed my journey. So I thought it should be shared with others also. So I thought of choosing it as a career. So as I started teaching people yoga, I mostly found clients which have, you know, uh, some lifestyle disorders, especially diabetes, PCOD, or thyroid and all. So I realized people are not aware about diet also. So and our physical health is almost 70 to 80% about what we eat. So I started to read about diet through some books, some blogs. So and I realized that I have interest in that too. So I decided to go for diploma through VLCC in diet and nutrition, and I learned a lot from there because uh, in India, generally people are not very conscious about their health. Our diet includes so much of unhealthy carbohydrates, refined carbohydrates, sugar. People are not aware what we eat in processed foods. Matlab, packaged foods have so much chemicals and preservatives in them. So people are not aware that what is good for them, what is not good for them. People never read what's in the ingredients of any package. So I realized people need to, gain some consciousness about what they're eating as it defines their entire life. What we eat totally affects our body, our stamina, our ability to work, or our ability to, make decisions. So that is how I started teaching yoga and giving people diet.
Nice journey, Priyanka. And if you talk about gym, right? People are very much aware of what diet they have to eat before workout and after workout, right? But the same level of awareness is not present with respect to yoga or meditation. So, being a yoga instructor, could you enlighten us with how much importance does a healthy diet holds when doing a yoga on a regular basis, Priyanka?
Uh, Yoga people are not generally aware about pre-workout, post-workout meal or importance of protein in their meal. Reason being, there's a misconception that yoga is not very strenuous. Yoga is just some breathing and some flexibility, some stretching. But yoga is for everyone. There's intermediate level, advanced level that can, build your muscles. It's cardio, it's strength building, it's everything. So it's very important that we take care of our diet. I would, in fact, even say ki if if you're not able to eat proper after a workout, then you should not work out at all, since workout or exercise is somewhat a torture to your body. So if you're doing exercise, you must heal your body. We need extra protein to build muscle. There's muscle loss, wear and tear of muscles. Stretching involves so much of wear and tear of muscles. So it's very important that people should add protein in their diet, add vitamin B in their diet. So that is something.
Sure.
Right.
So very much you also educate them on the diet part, right? As
Right.
as a yoga instructor, you do that as well. So, particularly talking about healthy food practices, Priyanka, if we deep dive into this, we find organic food, natural food, and a lot of other things, right? So, people are not very clear whether it's all marketing hype or it's all extremely beneficial for their health. Actually. Being a dietitian, what is your view on that? Priyanka?
If a food is made organically, that it simply means there are no artificial flavors, there are no artificial sweeteners or pesticides or chemicals are added while producing that product. So it's very important, because the main problem these days is food adulteration is such an issue. So what we eat, we think we are eating healthy, but we don't know how it's made, what kind of fertilizers or pesticides are added to it. So it's best if we can find organic food, since they are all organically made, nothing, any harsh chemicals are added to it. So organic food is obviously very good. uh, Even if fertilizers are added, they're all organically, naturally made, like manure. So organic food is good. If you can find organic food, it's definitely good. It's not just a marketing hype, I think. Right.
And definitely, you would have had a lot of interaction with the people, right? Particularly your student, you being as an instructor. Based on those
Right.
experience, Priyanka, what do you think? How much informed the people are towards a healthy eating habits, importance of a good nutritious food?
I think it's a long journey for people to get educated about diet. Since anyone who's trying to eat healthy, uh, they have this idea: if we drink one green tea per day, then we are healthy. We can eat anything, then we'll just drink one green tea, then it's fine. But no, healthy eating is everything. We have to manage our carbohydrates, proteins, then hamara fats. People have this misconception: if you're trying to be healthy, avoid all fat, avoid ghee. Whereas ghee is such an important part. We need ghee. Saturated fats are important for our body. So people are not aware. People think avoiding few things is going to make them healthy, like banana or mangoes are fattening, so people will stop eating them. uh, but, in general, it's all about the portion control. How much we need it, we should eat that much. We should not either overeat, or neither we should uh, totally reduce that particular food item from our diet. So people need to understand the portion size, what is good for their body, and eat all kinds of foods. It's very important that we eat a variety of foods. It's People generally miss out on few nutrients because they think these are not good for us. Otherwise, banana, mangoes are such high in on antioxidants, potassium. They are very healthy foods. Potato is, although it's very fattening because of the starch in it, but potato has so many vitamin B in the peel. So it's all about the portion control, I feel. We should never eliminate a food item or food group from our diet. It's all about the balance.
Very
So
useful.
uh,
Yeah.
people need to understand that. So it's a long way. I don't think people are aware as of it right now. That's why nutritionist and dietitian's job came.
That's when Transformation Champions also is helping how people to bring nutritionist, dietitian, yoga instructor on another platform so that they can propagate those teaching as well, right? Okay.
Right.
Currently, pandemic situation is on, right, and it's threatening
Right.
lives.
Right.
And it's taught us a lot of lessons as well, right? So how to stay
Yeah.
hygienic and eat healthy food products. But what
Right.
are your views on this, Priyanka? Do you also see a change in people's behavior and attitude towards moving into a healthier lifestyle and maintain work-life balance, or what is happening based on your interaction with your students?
I think people are getting more aware because now they can't move out. So they are obviously stuck in their homes. So they have, I think, extra time to think about their health. Also, if we don't move, if we are, since walking or running is not possible, so cardio we are missing out totally. It affects our mental health so much. So as much as we move, the cardio helps in releasing happy hormones. So people are realizing that staying at home entire day, working from home is getting very depressing and they're getting anxious. So people are for that reason, for that I think mental reasons, or people are gaining weight. For that reason, people are getting interested in yoga classes and focusing on their diet. But I think it's temporary. As soon as people will get busy, they'll again go back to their normal life or eating pizzas. Again, one positive thing I've noticed in this is people couldn't order outside food, so junk food, that fast food that they were not able to eat. So I think that kind of helped in detox. So it's good.
Right. But the only thing is, people have learned a lot of lessons as part of this pandemic. But even if they change a bit, right? So even if it could be a 5%, right? Even if it could be a 3%, there's a change.
Yeah,
They change.
right. We can't be so much negative. People have, yeah, realized the importance of health, right?
You look at yoga, Priyanka, there are so many styles and variations in it, right?
Right.
Like in layman terms, basic yoga, advanced yoga, and then we have vinyasa yoga, hatha yoga, and so on, right?
Mhm.
So what is your
Right.
preferred style, and what is it importance? What's its importance?
Okay. So I teach Hatha Yoga to people. Hatha Yoga is basically a beginner's practice where we generally hold few postures for a minute or two. It can be done by any age group, any person with any health issue, because it's not very difficult to do. It's not very strenuous, or it's very easy to understand as well. The rules are very basic. There's nothing as strict as other forms. So Hatha Yoga, if anyone is starting out, they can start with Hatha Yoga. Then Vinyasa I also like because it's a rhythmic movement. It involves rhythmic movement. So it's more of a flow, like how we move from one pose to the next pose. It's about the transitions between the poses. Hatha Yoga is basically holding the pose for some time, and Vinyasa is more about transitioning. Then there's Ashtang Yoga. Ashtang Yoga is a very advanced yoga. It's for someone who is very who has done yoga before and is now willing to take it forward, since it requires very high strength. So it builds high strength. So if anyone is up for that, then they can choose Ashtang Yoga. Although every yoga involves uh, focusing on our breath. Breath is very important part in yoga. Uh, the more we focus on our breath, the pranayam, breathing exercises, it affects our nervous system. So as good as our nervous system is, we are going to build willpower. We are going to build, positivity around us. That is how we work hard for our next poses. So mental health and physical health are both go hand in hand. It can't be like you are fit mentally and then your body is suffering. Both are connected. If your body is healthy, if you're eating right, then your mental health will also improve. Your willpower will improve, and hence you'll focus more on building strength and stamina.
Very good, Priyanka. You have highlighted an important point, right? So mental health and physical health goes hand in hand. Right? So it's both are,
Right, right.
and mostly yoga is considered as a thing for adults, right? So, but what do you think? How much it is important for teenagers? As we look at today's teenagers, a lot of pressure at the work or even as part of their education, and at times there are depression as well, right? What
Okay.
key
No,
roles,
yoga.
yeah, yoga can play for them, and how students can implement yoga into their life as well?
Yoga can be done by the kids also. It's almost compulsory to do yoga in schools also now. Since the big issue these days we have is lifestyle issue. We spend so much time in front of our screens for work from home or studies, or while before sleeping we are on our phones all the time. That majorly affects our mind, that majorly affects our sleep cycle, that majorly affects our mental health, physical health. So even our eyes get strained so much. So it's very important that they do yoga, because yoga is not just about 1 hour exercise kar liya then it's enough. It's basically a lifestyle change. You include yoga throughout your day. We learn some breathing practices. If we practice those breathing exercises for 15 minutes, it's going to affect our entire 24-hour day breathing. So it's not just 1 hour that we are correcting. We are correcting the entire breathing process of us. So दैट इज इट. सो लाइफस्टाइल बहुत खराब है लोगों का, स्पेशली आजकल लाइफस्टाइल डिसऑर्डर्स जो हैं, लाइक पीसीओडी आजकल बहुत हो रहा है, एंड डायबिटीज, sugar levels are not right, then thyroid. These are issues generated due to wrong lifestyle, not due to diet or anything. So yoga is one way to correct their lifestyle. So I think it's very important.
Very good, Priyanka. And now we talked about teenagers, but how whether it's also important to senior citizen, right? So how they can make yoga part of their life.
For senior citizens, I think yoga plays a major role if they do pranayam. Pranayam has major, immunity boosting effects, and they helps our respiratory system a lot, because pranayam involves, breathing practices. So it boosts our, breathing pattern. It helps our lungs to function properly. It helps that oxygen should reach each and every part of our body. So best thing elderly people can do, if they can't do difficult poses, they should definitely 15 to 20 minutes do pranayam is very underrated for people who don't know about yoga, because pranayam has major matlab, it's not going to drain you energy wise, but still it's going to give far more benefits than physical exercises.
And yoga requires an agile body, right? And some real body movements as well. How you cope up with that, Priyanka, and how you keep your body fit for yoga, right? Also, is there any food that you're taking that you want to mention to the viewers as well?
One thing I take is green tea before my meals, green tea and almonds. So any kind of nuts or seeds we should take. There are nuts and seeds have so many micronutrients that we miss out daily. So I make sure that I take any nuts or seeds with green tea before my workout, and after my workout. Sometimes I take protein shake, or sometimes I take homemade protein shake, like I add peanuts and banana shake and tea. Because if you're working out, we must add few extra grams of protein in our diet.
A lot of good inputs for the viewers, Priyanka, what that you eat. So there is a lot of buzz in the market, right, around particularly millets in the recent years. What's your take on that, Priyanka? Being a nutrition, what are your views on adding millets in your diet, and how can people actually do that?
Millets are have some one thing. It has so many vitamins, especially vitamin B. Uh, Indians are very deficient in vitamin B12, so adding millets to their diet is very good. We can make porridge, millet porridge, or we can add in our uh, normal flour, that flour, wheat flour. We can add few half of the millet flour in that. That's way we can eat because it has more fiber as well.
Good, Priyanka. And you're right now at your growing stage of your career, right? And you must be looking at someone as a role model, and who inspired you the most, right? So who's that person?
Okay, so there's a YouTuber, Kino McGregor. I follow her yoga videos a lot. So actually, I first came across her videos when I first wanted to gain strength for my dance. So I first came across her, and still she's my favorite. So I follow her. And for diet, I follow Rujita Divakar, Namrata. Uh, these are Indian role models for dietitians who give good knowledge about they spread good awareness about diet and health issues.
Be good role model, Priyanka. And in the end, right? So would love to hear from you. Can share some pro tips or advice for our viewers, right? So who are keen to lead a happy and healthy lifestyle, right? So you're basically transforming their lifestyle, right? Because that's what we at Transformation Champions target at, right? So we changing people's unhealthy eating habits and move them towards a better and healthier lifestyle based habits, right? So that's what we are doing, and you're also doing actually. If you can share some pro tips and advice, will be good.
Okay. One thing that people should make sure that they should not miss out on any food groups. Every food groups like pulses, vegetables, fruits, everything is important, and we should mix and match everything. The more color you add in your food, the more antioxidants, more vitamins, minerals you get through your food. We although most of our population in India is vegetarian, still we eat very less vegetables. So at least we should eat 5 different kind of vegetables every day, like including tomatoes, onions. So it's important that we firstly eat more vegetables and less carbohydrate as compared to what we eat generally. Generally, food for us is all about chapati, chapati, chapati. We should, if you want to have a healthy lifestyle, we should reduce the number of chapatis and add more vegetables, right? And eat at least 2 fruits daily and change your fruits daily. Don't just eat one fruit every day. It's very important. Another thing, add nuts or seeds to your diet. They have so many micronutrients that we miss out on our daily diets. Anything that you like chia seeds, flax seeds, sabja seeds, they're very good in fiber and few minerals, protein.
Very useful inputs. Priyanka, you touched upon vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds as well. A lot of great insight to our viewers as well, right? It was a great conversation with you, Priyanka, and a lot of insights on yoga and healthy eating habits. And thank you for being with us on transformationchampions.com. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for